Good afternoon, everyone. It is November 21st, 2022, a Monday. We have just closed the market, and this is going to be an outlook for tomorrow's RTH session on the 22nd. What you're looking at is just the weekly outlook, and today had a whole lot of nothing. What we had was an open inside of yesterday's range, and I believe actually maybe even inside of yesterday's value. And we just kind of churned within yesterday's range. We gave a run at the low of the day. Friday's low was at 42-ish. We just ran the stops there and came back up. But for the most part, what we had was a hold of, I'll just pull this up for you guys. What we had was a hold of last week's value area low to the downside. So here we go. Maybe this is a little bit clearer for you guys. Here's the open up here. So we had this open at 58s. We tried to move up towards the weekly POC, sold off again, and held that kind of value area low after running the stops of Friday's low of the day. And then we moved up back towards the highs and kind of closed around the middle. So that is in general what I was looking for today. I was looking for some sort of a stop run of Friday's low and then holding weekly value area low and moving back up towards this middle area. Now, it is important to note that we have been hovering around here for a little over a week, and although volumes are light and it's a little bit less than ideal, we have managed to hold that 1475 area, and today we managed to hold that 20 to 30 area I'd mentioned in yesterday's video, as well as the weekly outlook. So bulls are doing what they need to do, and today we built a ton of volume above that weekly value area low at 48.75. We built a POC, I think, around 58ish. So for tomorrow, I remain overall bullish, and what I'll be looking for is essentially to hop on what I think will be a trend day scenario. Just before we get into the specifics of that, there is a lot of news tomorrow. We do have the Richmond Manufacturing Index 30 minutes into the day, Mestre at 11, Georgia at 2:15, and Bullard at 2:45. So those are the FOMC heads talking prior to Wednesday's FOMC minutes. So I will be looking for some sort of volatility in that first half of the day or so. So what will be the plan tomorrow? It'll be to buy 47s. I'm hoping that's the correct number. It's a little bit less aggressive. I know 48.75 was our weekly value area low. That is where I was looking to bid today. However, it looks like 47s might be a little bit better of a number. So I'll be bid at the 47s for a move back up towards this middle area around the mid 60s. I will also be bid at 68s for a move up, breaching today's high of the day at 70.5, getting into last week's close at 73s, and value area high from Friday at 74, and the weekly half back at 76. And then from there, nothing really changes. Looking to buy 81s for a break of Friday and Wednesday's highs, and getting into that Tuesday value area high sitting at 95, and maybe getting into that 4,009 to 15 area, that weekly value area high, and the weekly high from a couple weeks ago, up to that 15-17 key level. And I think the POC from that Tuesday session is sitting at 18.75. And if we get any higher than that, just hopping in for the trend into the gap close up here around 41.03. To the downside, I am a buyer at 47s. I am a buyer at 26 as well. I think it's just kind of a last chance zone for any sort of bids. If we do break this mid 20s area, I do think we lose last week's low and we start playing with entering the CPI gap. However, I think this scenario is quite unlikely. So instead, what I'll be thinking happens tomorrow is something like this. Let's pull up the 1 minute chart, and let's get a ghost feed going here. So if we open, ideally we open somewhere a little bit outside of value. So for today, that'd be somewhere around 67-ish. Hopefully get a move up, and we can just play it something like this. And then looking for that trend into 95s, maybe we diddle around there. And I expect a tag of that weekly value area high around 07.5, and then maybe closing somewhere in that mid 90s area. So in general, I'm looking for a bullish session. I'm doubtful that we retest even this sub 50 area, but if we do, again, bid at 47.5, 26 quarter, 68 above, 81.75, and 40.15. These numbers might change a little before the open. That will be posted to Twitter per usual. And that, have a great day and trade safe, you guys.